Thank you, Serena. All right, let's get to introducing some ladies. First, your Lady Rams from Green Mountain. Number 1, DS Sydney Italiano. Number 2, defensive specialist and opposite Hannah Heaton. Number 3, Libero Savannah Ott. Number 4, opposite and outside Kirsten Allen. Number 5, your setter Jordan Garcia. Number 6, your middle Emily Salmon. Number 7, your outside or opposite Savannah Battenberg. Number 11, your DS Adriana Castro. Number 12, outside Abby Wharton. Number 13, another outside Alexis Labirente. Number 14, a middle Ariella Battenberg. And number 15, middle Riley West. And number 8, setter Chloe Cream. Sorry about that, Chloe. All right, and now for your Pueblo West Cyclones. Number 1, setter Brelaine Ranchero. Number 2, junior DS Mariah Otterby. Number 3, senior captain right side Brittany Schloop. Number 4, outside Chase Rump. Number 5, middle junior Olivia Sherman. Number 6, senior captain Libero Taylor Hogan. Number 7, captain Kennedy Schreiber. Number 8, junior Amanda Daniels. Number 9, senior captain Courtney Medeiros. Number 10, DS junior Kelsey Garcia. Number 11, middle junior Emily Annenberg. Number 12, junior outside Malia Menegatti. Number 13, freshman outside Reagan Emery. Number 14, sophomore setter Maya Webb. Good luck, great ladies. Have a great match.
Hello and welcome to volleyball regionals here at Pueblo West High School. We will have another broadcast today at 2 o'clock, but of course I'm Nolan Simmons.
With Michaela Thomas.
And it is the Pueblo West Cyclones versus Green Mountain Rams. So Michaela, I'm going to turn it over to you right before the game starts.
All right, well, we are playing Green Mountain Rams, and of course our Pueblo West Cyclones. You can see that 6 players already came out onto the court for the Rams, and then here comes the Cyclones. And then later on throughout the game, I asked the coaches questions, and then some observance that I got from both teams. And so throughout the game, you'll be hearing those too. I'm handing it back over to you, Nolan.
All right. Well, thank you, Michaela.
You're welcome.
And Green Mountain will actually get the first serve here. It'll be number 4, Allen. And her serve. Hogan. Manchego going to set up to Menegatti on the opposite. And gets great spike there. Nice point for her team. And Manchego will get her serve here. Manchego with her serve. The libero, that'll be number 5. Hogan receiving that. Manchego setting up Hannenberg. Number 2 on that. That's Hogan with a dig, and Garcia couldn't quite get that one up.
Yeah, you could see Taylor Hogan going after it, and Kelsey Garcia went to try and save it because Taylor couldn't quite get it up, but it's all right. I'm sure that they'll be able to make up those points later on.
And here's number 5 of Garcia. There's Hogan. Manchego going to set up Menegatti on the outside. Number 14 with a great dig there. That's number 5 hitting that one over. That's Hogan. Manchego setting up Hannenberg. Hannenberg with a great kill there.
Like I said seconds ago, they will make up those points, and obviously Hannenberg was able to do that.
And Sherman checking in for Hannenberg while Hogan is serving. Hogan. And that's their libero to number 5 to 14. That's Sloop popping that one up. That's Menegatti hitting that one over. And that one barely lands in bounds.
Now, earlier when I went to go talk to the coaches for both teams, for the Rams, the coach said that the girls were really close and that they're really close friends, but they don't really seem to talk as much like as our Cyclones do. Maybe it's just our girls, but we're really talkative, and you don't really see that in many of the other teams.
And Sherman with the kill there to get the point. But, yeah, I do see what you mean. A lot of these girls... Our team, in my opinion, is just a really massively aggressive team. They constantly want to attack. They constantly want to go for spikes and kills over and over, and they have an amazing serve game, especially.
They are. They definitely are. They're very aggressive. They're very intense players. And one thing that they do is they talk, and they talk it out, and they talk out their plays and talk out their points and how they're going to get those points. So that's a bonus for our team, but I really wish a lot of other teams would do that same thing.
I do agree. But Hogan with another serve here. Hogan. That's their libero. To number 5, that's Hogan and Manchego running into each other. Menegatti having to hit that one over after the block. There's Sloop lobbing that one over. It's number 6. To number 12. And number 12 being Wharton. And Cyclones ending up at that point.
All right, well, I'm going to go to a quick question that I asked before the games. We'll start off with the Pueblo West side, and then we'll go over to Green Mountain. Pueblo West, so Coach King, last weekend he took the volleyball girls up to laser tag in Colorado Springs to just do a little bonding time for the girls and get them ready for regionals. And he said it was really fun. The girls, of course, they bonded very well. It got him pumped up for regionals and got him excited for regionals. And so here they are playing today. He said it was a very good experience for him and the girls because they're all getting close now since it's the end of the season. And he said especially since he beat everybody in the laser tag. So if that's true or not, I don't know, but it was definitely a great bonding experience for them.
All right, well, thank you, Michaela. And after the hit by number 15 being West, that's a little ironic. Hitting that one out of bounds. But Hogan with another serve. I believe this will be her 7th just in the set. Nice little lob there. That's number 5. Number 12 coming out of nowhere. Number 12 being Wharton. And number 13 of Liberty. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. That's Hogan with the dig there. And no one's there to help her convert.
I think that's right. No one. Liberty? I believe. We'll just go with that.
We'll just go with that. Number 12 of Wharton hitting that one out of bounds. And Garcia will be checking out. And Menegatti will be serving. There's number 3 to 5. to number 13. Or excuse me, number 15 of West hitting that one out of bounds. Menegatti. There's number 3 of Oat. Number 13, Menegatti. There's Shriver, 13. There's number 5. Over to 13, that's Hogan. And a call on the Cyclones will give Rams the point. And Allen will be checking in for the Rams, number 4. For West of number 15. And here's Oat with her serve. Menegatti. Sherman. Number 5 to 13. Great take by Manchego there. And Menegatti will hit that one over. That's number 5. Number 14 hitting that one over. That's Schloop. Manchego setting up Shriver on the opposite. There's Hogan, Manchego, Sherman. And a block by number 14 there.
These are two intense teams, and it's back and forth. A lot of playing. And so I'm excited to see how this game's going to turn out.
And Oat with the missed serve there.
Yes, that will be a point for the Pueblo West Cyclones. The score is right now 10-5 Cyclones in the lead.
And there's number 6 to 13, Menegatti. And Manchego on the opposite. And number 1 of Italiano will be checking in. There's Shriver, Manchego, Sherman, Oat. That's number 6. Shriver with a great dig there. That's Manchego hitting that one over. That's number 1. To 13. 13 barely landed that one inside. And here is Italiano again. Italiano. Shriver hitting that one a little awkward. There's Schloop. Manchego hitting that one over. There's Oat. It's number 5. It's number 4. Hogan actually hitting that one even further out of bounds. And timeout by Cyclones.
All right, well, since we have a couple seconds, I'll go over to a Green Mountain Rams question. So the coach, I asked her, I said, if you could describe your team in one word, she said, what would it be? I said, what would it be? She said, surprising. She said, at any given moment, it's a greatness, and at some moment, it could be a struggle. She said, the team is very close. They're really good friends. But just some things they have struggles on, some things that it just comes up and wows her. And that's what makes a good team, because you don't want the same plays, the same attitudes every single game. And she said sometimes it's really surprising. In some games they learn that they have their struggles. So that's one thing that's great about our team, is because you can always improve. There's always room for improvement there.
Yes, that there always is. You can never be at your peaking point in any sport. You can always just improve. And Italiano with a missed serve there. Hannenberg will be checking in for Hogan. Sherman serving. Sherman. Oat. That's number 5. Over to 13. 13 of Liberta.
And number 5 is actually on the Rams side. She's the captain, and her name is Jordan Garcia.
There's number 2. Garcia. Liberta hitting that one over. That's Manchego sending up to Hannenberg. Oh, with the receive on that. That's Garcia. And Liberta barely hitting that one on the inside. Really close to the net. Kind of a risky play there.
Yes, that was very much risky, but a good point.
Her serve. That's Menegatti. Manchego. Shriver. It's number 2. Liberta. That's Oat. That's Schloop to Manchego. Over to Shriver. And after the block by the Rams, it will go out of bounds. And Garcia will be checking in for Shriver. Garcia will be serving now. Garcia with her serve. And a missed serve by Garcia there.
That's something you don't see very much from her is missed serve. It's too early in the game, and it's definitely an early morning, so I'm sure she'll get warmed up throughout the game.
And her serve. And that'll be Garcia. Manchego having to hit that one over. And a great job by Manchego to judge where the defense was and actually get in between everybody else. Here's Manchego with her serve. That's number 2. That's Hanneberg. Hanneberg kind of mishitting that one after her spike. And here's number 5 of Garcia with her serve. Garcia, Manigotti, Manchego setting up over to Manigotti in the middle. And after the block will sail out of bounds.
Sherman checks in while Hannah goes out.
And here will be Hogan. Second time in the set for her serve. There's Oat. And that's Sherman jumping up there to make sure that one stays down. Hogan with her serve. Oat. That's number 12 and Garcia fighting over that. That's number 11 hitting that one over, and that one barely lands. Out of bounds. Or they called that one inbounds, excuse me. Rams serve. That was number 11. Number 11 of Castro hitting that one out of bounds. Manigotti with her serve. Oat. Garcia. That's number 14. Battenberg with an amazing kill there. Oat. There's Manigotti, Manchego. And a double hit by Manchego there. It'll be a call for the Cyclones. Oat with her serve. Hogan. Manchego. Over to Schloop. Schloop with a great kill. Here's Italiano checking in. For number 14 of Battenberg. Italiano. Manigotti. Manchego. Here's Sherman with her serve. Hogan will be checking out. Hanneberg will be coming back in. Sherman. Oat to Garcia to number 4. Number 4 of Allen. Schloop hitting that one over, barely landing in bounds. Timeout called. And we are back. There's Sherman with her serve. That's Oat receiving. That's number 12. To 13. Manchego to Schloop. Schloop hitting that one over, and a great dig attempt by number 2 of Heaton. Sherman with another serve here. Sherman, that's Oat to Garcia. To Liberta. And a great dig by Menegatti there. That's Manchego. And Shriver on the outside. Shriver. And that's Hannenberg. Manchego having to hit that one over, and a great spike there. There's Garcia. Liberta. Schloop. Hannenberg barely hitting that one over. An amazing aggressive play there by the Cyclones to keep that one alive and get them the point.
That was definitely a great point for the Cyclones. That was an intense play, and now we are 22-15 with Cyclones in the lead.
There's Garcia. And there's number 4 of Allen. Here's Liberta. Manchego. Over to Shriver. Shriver couldn't quite convert on that one.
One thing I have noticed about Shriver's, when she goes to spike it, if she's right up against the net, sometimes she gets good plays and sometimes she doesn't. But she definitely, like right there, she needs to be a little bit more intense with it and get a little bit more oomph to it. Because sometimes she just doesn't give it her all, and that's what costs us those points.
Just a comment on the last play. Hogan coming out of nowhere to get an amazing dig for her team to get the point. But Garcia will be serving the second time in this set. Let's see if she can take this one home for her team during this set.
And I'm going to make a quick comment to your last comment. Taylor Hogan's job, since she's a reliever, she's supposed to make those intense stakes, and she's supposed to be the best kind of player, so she's quoted as. But she definitely, that's where that comes from, is out of the middle of nowhere, she can just do amazing points like that.
Still, even though that she is the best passer on the team, quote unquote, it was still just an amazing dig that she got. I believe that is number 4, and that will be end set. I will take a short break, and I will turn it over to Michaela.
All right. Well, while observing the team, during warm-ups, Cyclones, same old. They do have a little bit more intensity now since it's regionals, and they can take it back up to state. But the other team, we have not seen them. We have not played them before. Green Mountain Rams are definitely, they're a very intense team, so the coach says. The girls themselves are really close, of what I've heard. They're really close friends. They talk a lot. So I think that makes a really great team, which is what we need, because if you have a team that doesn't talk, doesn't get along, you're not going to have a very good season. So that definitely is a bonus when your team when they're really close like that. So I'll leave that for right now, and then we'll see you at the half.
And welcome back to the second set. Of course, I'm Nolan Simmons.
With Michaela Thomas.
And Cyclones will be getting the first serve here. It'll be Garcia, of course. Garcia with her serve. That'll be Liberta. Garcia to number 12 on the outside. That's Hogan with a great take there. That's Schloop over to Menegatti. That's Liberta. Garcia to number 12. Number 12 with Manchego with another block. Hannenberg with another block there. Oh, hitting that one over. That's Hogan. Manchego setting up to Menegatti. And a great trick play that the Cyclones had there.
Yeah, that definitely was a great way to start the second set. Great play.
Garcia with another serve here. Liberta, Garcia. That's Menegatti. Manchego to Hannenberg. Hannenberg gets blocked there by West. But here will be Garcia with her serve. Menegatti. Manchego over to Menegatti on the outside. And a great point for her team there. Manchego with her serve. Manchego. That's Garcia. To West. Garcia. Manchego. To Menegatti. That's Garcia for the Rams. That's Oat. To number 14 to Battenberg. That's Garcia in the back. Manchego over to Schloop. Schloop hitting that one over. And a great dig attempt by Liberta.
Manchego with her next serve.
Her serve. That's Garcia. Over to number 12 of Wharton. That's Hannenberg. And call on the Cyclones will give Rams the point. And here will be Wharton with her serve. It's Garcia to Menegatti. To Schloop. It's Garcia to Oat. Back to Wharton. That's Manchego to Schloop. And call on the Cyclones there.
One thing I have to give props out to is Coach King. Even though we lost a point, or we may lose a point, or we don't get the point, he definitely encourages the girls and says, it's okay next time, and claps for them and gives them a good job.
Yes, I can agree. And Hannenberg overhitting that one, sailing that one out of bounds.
Yes, that was definitely an overpowered spike, and if she was a little bit powerful, or a little less powerful, I should say, she probably would have gotten that in and would have been a point for the Cyclones.
That's Schloop. Oat. Over to Liberta on the outside. And Garcia couldn't quite get the dig there in the back of the court. And Wharton with another serve for the Rams. Pretty impressive run that she's got going here against the Cyclones. There's Garcia. Manchego to Hannenberg. That's Garcia setting up. And call on the Rams. It'll be Cyclones point. There's already been, I believe, 4 calls just in the second set.
I believe so. I was counting in my head. I was like, yep, that's it. 4 calls.
I had to sit there and think as well. There's Garcia.
Yeah, you were looking at me all funky. I was like, I really am. I'm thinking I'm not just sitting here and staring at blank space.
And that'll be points Cyclones after the tip by number 14 of Battenberg. But here will be Hogan with another serve here. Hogan. Oat. Garcia. To Battenberg. Great dig attempt by Garcia there. I mean, not Garcia, excuse me, Hogan.
One thing I have noticed about the Rams is when they go to spike, they go straight down. Unlike our players, they kind of go up and over, and then they kind of hit the ground. But I think that's the biggest thing with the Rams side is how they're getting all these points is because they just go, because they're so tall, they just go up and get it over the net but hit it straight down, so there is no opportunity for the other players to get that point.
Oh, with another serve. There's Manicotti. Manchego over to Sherman. That's Schloop with a dig. That's Manchego trying to get another dig on top of that. Cyclones couldn't convert there. Timeout called.
All right, well, since we have a couple seconds, I'll go over to questions on for the Pueblo West side. The girls for the Cyclones, they're going into regionals very healthy, very strong, confident. They played very well this season, and they really shouldn't have a worry because they're very strong, they're very competitive, they know how they play, they know how well the team gets along, they know how to bond off and on the court. So that is definitely a great plus to the team, and they're just going in very healthy because Coach King has prepared them for these moments to be able to hopefully get a spot at state.
And we are back, and it'll be Oat with another serve here. That's Manicotti receiving. Manchego over to Schloop. That's Oat. Garcia to Liberta. That's Manicotti. Manchego back over to Manicotti, and after the tip by Battenberg, it'll be a Cyclones point. Shriver will be checking in for Garcia here. Manicotti will be serving now. Manicotti. Liberta nailing that one up into the rafters. And number 12 of Wharton about took out a couple of the Cyclone students, helping the sound and the music in between sets. Manicotti. And a dig by Wharton. Battenberg. Manchego. That'll be Schloop to Manchego. To Oat. To Manicotti. To Manchego. Setting up to Sherman. And that'll be 3 hits. Liberta trying to get the dig there right there at the end. Manicotti with another serve here. And Wharton taking the ball to the face there. That's Garcia. That's Hogan. That's Manchego to Schloop. To Battenberg. To Oat. There's Hogan. Manchego. Setting up Shriver. And a block by Battenberg will lead to being out of bounds. Great block attempt there. There's Manicotti. And back to Liberta. That's Manicotti. Manchego sending up to Shriver. And a great dig by number 13 of Liberta. There's Manicotti with another serve. Wharton. Garcia. To Allen. Allen with a great spike there. Here's Italiano. We'll be checking in for Battenberg. Italiano. Schloop. Manchego. To Sherman. Here will be Schloop with her serve. There's Oat. It's Garcia. To Allen. And after the hit by the block attempt by the Cyclones, that one will still land in bounds. Point Rams, and here will be Liberta.
For a Saturday morning, we definitely have a lot of people, students I should say, in our student section. coming out and supporting the girls in their beginning of regionals. And I believe that they most likely will stay for the second game to watch the Cyclones as well.
Well, and don't forget, there is a soccer playoff game at 1 o'clock. We will not be able to do it because it is not in our rights to do it through YouTube. So if you want to watch it, come on down to the Cyclones, to Pueblo West High School, and come down to our stadium and check it out at 1 o'clock. Here's Sherman. Or Garcia. Over to Wharton. Block attempt by Hannenberg and Manchego there. Allen will be serving. And West will be checking in for Oat. Here's Allen. Menegatti. Manchego. To Shriver. To number 11. That's Garcia. Hitting that one over. That's Shriver. Manchego setting up to Hannenberg. And a great dig there by Allen. There's number 12 of Wharton. Shriver. Manchego barely hitting that one over. And that'll be Allen trying to help get the point there. Here's Garcia. Number 2. Garcia. There's Hogan. Manchego to Hannenberg. And a block by West. There's Garcia. Hogan. Manchego setting up Menegatti. And that one landing out of bounds. Here's Garcia with another serve. Menegatti. To West. To Hannenberg. To Menegatti. Garcia. To Wharton. That's Schloop. To Manchego. And a great dig attempt by Menegatti there.
That's one thing about Menegatti is that no matter what, she'll try and go and she'll slide up to those to save that point, but unfortunately this time it just wasn't able to
Here's Oat.
get to it fast.
Garcia, sorry to interrupt you, Michaela.
It's okay.
Menegatti. That's Hogan. Hannenberg to Manchego. There's Wharton. That one's sailing way out of bounds. About took out a couple of photographers standing by the wall trying to get their good shots. Manchego will be serving. That's number 11. Garcia to West. And a block by Schloop and Hannenberg there. Manchego to Oat to Garcia. That's Wharton and a block by Menegatti and Hannenberg. Timeout called.
All right, well, since we have another second, I guess I'll go over to questions. So I said a lot of this lately, but one thing that keeps the players close for the Rams is that they're really close friends. The coach said it's great to have them close because, like I said earlier, if you don't have close friends, you're not going to have a very good and strong team. So having the players, I should say, all close and really good friends, it makes them playing better and a stronger bond. And I think that's great because, like Cyclones, all of our girls, they're really close. Whether not even just on the court, but off court too. You'll see them walking around school. You'll see them going to the mall. You'll see them going to laser tag. A couple girls went to the zoo lately. So I know for a fact that it's great to have your kids close.
And a call on the Rams there. And it will be Cyclones point. Manchego with another serve here. Manchego to Wharton, to Garcia, to West, Hogan, to Manchego, to Menegatti. Oat hitting that one, and that one will sail even further out of bounds. That would have gave the Rams a point. Pretty sure that one would have landed out of bounds. But here's Manchego.
And that previous call for the Rams, it was where their placement was, 15 and 14, because you can't be, when there's a serve, you can't be in front of the girls, so they kind of got to be standing out towards that sideline.
That one will be that one will be Rams point. This Garcia. It's Manchego to Hannenberg. Hannenberg with the kill there. Hogan.
Here's Hogan with her serve.
That's West. Or excuse me, that was Liberta, and that one sailing out of bounds after her spike. Here's Hogan. Hogan with her serve. That's Oat. To Garcia. To West. That's Manchego. To Schloop. To Sherman. And a great dig attempt there by Oat, trying to save that one for her team. Doesn't get a hand underneath it. Here's Hogan. Hogan with her serve. And a miss serve by Hogan there. Here's Oat to Garcia, to Manchego, to Sherman. Sherman couldn't get that one over.
Yeah, Sherman's set right there was not forward, it went backwards, so that was a loss of point for us. But right now, we're doing pretty good. 22-17 Cyclones in the lead.
And a block by number 4, Allen. And a timeout called. Here is Oat from the Rams for her serve. Here's Hogan. To Manchego. To Schloop. To Manchego. And a call on the Cyclones will be Rams point. Oat. Hogan. To Manchego. Oat. To Garcia. Back to Garcia. To Manchego. Over to Menegatti. And that one landing out of bounds. Or inbounds.
Yes, that was inbounds, Nolan. So that will give us a point. So now we are at 23.
I looked at one ref. She said out of bounds. Looked to the other. He said inbounds. I didn't know which one to choose. Went with my gut.
That's all right.
Menegatti. Wharton. To Garcia. To Liberta. To Menegatti. To Manchego. To Shriver. Or excuse me, that was Sherman. And that one remaining inbounds.
You could see Kennedy Shriver's face right there. she didn't know if that was inbounds or out of bounds, so she kind of didn't want to go for it because if it was out of bounds and she hit it, she would have automatically costed them that point.
Here's Italiano. Italiano with the misserve there. Number 2 of Heaton will be checking in.
You can see the parents stand up in the, I guess you call it the parent section. This is the set point.
And that will be Cyclone's second set, and they will win the second set. But I will take a short break, and I will turn it over to Michaela.
All right, well, there's not much to say. I only have one more question for each side, but I'll save that for the sets. One thing I have noticed, though, which kind of is a bummer, when Rams warm up, they do just like how our team does it. The coach throws a ball, and they try and get it, and they try and they try to hit it in one way or another, however they're going to play it throughout the game. One thing, though, I have noticed is the assistant coach, when she would throw the ball, a player would try and go get it, but if the assistant coach went to try and hit it back and the player couldn't get it, then it was automatically kind of a loss to practice that point and practice that hit. So the player would automatically go back to the end of the line, which I can think is unfair. I know with our girls where if the coach tries to hit it back to them after already the play point, just during warm-ups, if they missed it, they got to try another time. But unlike the Rams, they just kind of walked back to the last of the line. So they didn't really get that, try to hit that ball how they would in the game. So that kind of is a bummer. If it made any sense, I'm sorry. But you'd have to really watch it to understand how it went. But that's definitely a bummer because they need to be able to practice those points.
Hello and welcome back to the third set between Pueblo West Cyclones and Green Mountain Lady Rams. And, of course, I'm Nolan Simmons.
With Michaela Thomas.
And Rams will begin the first serve here. It'll be Allen. Allen with her serve. That'll be Hogan. Manchego. To Menegatti. Liberta. To Garcia. That's West hitting that one over. Manchego setting up to Menegatti. Menegatti with the kill there. Oh, my word.
Cyclones take the lead into the third set, 1-0.
Manchego. Allen. That's Wharton. To Oat. Hogan. To Manchego. To Schloop. Liberta to Garcia. Setting up Wharton. Manigatti's there. Manchego. Back to Menegatti. Garcia. To Wharton. To Menegatti. To Manchego. Setting up Hannenberg. And a block by West there to give the Rams a point. And Battenberg will be checking in for Heaton.
Did I mention that number 5? Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Garcia.
Yeah, number 5, Garcia. I was looking at the wrong roster. Is actually the captain for our team, and she's only at 5'7", so that's not very tall. You'd think that a captain like ours, Brittany Schloop and Kennedy Shriver and Taylor Hogan, they're on the taller side, so you don't really see a short captain.
And it looks like Rumpf will be checking in for Schloop. Kind of odd to see her early in this set. Hogan with her serve. That'll be Liberta. That's Garcia. To Wharton. That's Hogan. Manchego setting up to Menegatti on the outside. And a block by both Battenberg and West. You know what I've noticed is that Rams their offense is pretty okay, but their defense is absolutely incredible. They have a great tall females right up in the front that's so capable of blocking any spike that comes their way, and it's absolutely amazing to watch.
Yes, they're very powerful, and that's really good with just volleyball in general. You love seeing those tall players because especially in the front, you don't want somebody short because trying to block that ball is kind of hard if you're short.
And here will be Menegatti with her serve. Menegatti. And there's Sherman. Manchego. Over to Shriver on the outside.
One thing I have noticed with the Lady Rams, though, is no matter where they're at, they can always play pretty much any spot if they're put to that position. Sometimes you get somebody who is in the back and does the best in the back and can't really do the front, or you get somebody in the front that really can't play front but always do the best in the back. And with the Lady Rams, no matter where they're put, they're very powerful and they're very good at what they do. So that's a bonus for them.
Here's Manchego. That's Oat. Oat hitting number one to sail out of bounds.
I think I jinxed them on accident. Whoops. I'm sorry, guys.
Menegatti with another serve here. Here's Garcia. To Battenberg. A great dig by Manchego there. Menegatti hitting that one over. And an amazing play by Wharton to run out there and save that ball, but none of her teammates were there to help her convert. And here's Menegatti. To Liberta. Liberta trying to hit that one over. Missed hits. Timeout called, and I will turn it over to Michaela.
Well, since we have a couple seconds, I guess I'll do what I do at about this time. So I'm going to go over to the Cyclone side for a question that I had. Coach King, I asked him, I said, what is one word that you could describe your players and how this season has went? And only one word. And he looks and he said, why one word? And I said, because it's got to be challenging. He said, well, it would be intense. He said, the way the girls play, it's very intense. They're very competitive. They take what they do serious. They love what they do. And so just how they play and how they want to win is very intense and it's very powerful. So that was his word, was intense. And so I asked him, I said, can you describe why you picked that one word? He said, you only got to pick one word, you said. And I said, well, the word that describes him, but explain why you said that. And he said, oh, okay. So then he described it to me.
It's okay. And we are back. That's Garcia. There's Liberta. That's Menegatti. Manchego sending up to Sherman. And a great dig attempt there by Wharton. There's Menegatti with another serve. There's Liberta. There's Garcia. Over to West. And a call on the Rams will give Cyclones a point.
And I've noticed Chase Rumpf. This is her first time on the court the entire game. So I think Coach King particularly picks her to be put into the third set for the most powerful endings. And that's one thing that you do notice is she's not put in at the very beginning of the games. I think only once or twice home games she has been put, but it's really good to see her out on the court. she's a very powerful player.
She is a very powerful player, but here is Oat with her serve. That's Hogan with the dig there. That's Manchego. Over to Shriver. And a great block attempt there by Allen and Battenberg. And Rumpf will actually be checking out. Schlup will come in to serve. Oat. Garcia to Battenberg. That's Manchego. To Sherman. Back to Manchego. And Manchego, that's kind of an odd position for her to actually get a spike out of that instead of setting up another teammate for a spike. Schlup with another serve. That's Oat. It's Garcia. To Allen. Call on the Rams.
So that will be a point for the Cyclones, and we are 12-4 in the third set. Cyclones have won the last 2 sets, and we'll see how this third set plays out.
Garcia to Battenberg. That's Schlup with a great save there. It's Benegatti. Wharton hitting that one way over. That's Manchego setting up to Shriver. Here's Allen. Garcia to Liberta. A block there by Manchego. Manchego going to set up to Shriver. There's Wharton hitting that one way over and out of bounds. Here's Schlup. Wharton with the dig. Battenberg. And another call on the Rams. Here's Schlup. Schlup with the best serve. And that was Italiano with her serve. That's Manchego to Sherman. Italiano to Garcia. Schlup. Hogan. Menegatti. Italiano hitting that one. And number 2 of Heaton will be coming in for Italiano. Sherman will be serving, and Hanneberg will come in for Hogan. Sherman. Oat. Garcia to Allen. Shriver to Manchego to Hanneberg. Great dig there by Heaton, Shriver. Manchego to Schlup. And that one is out of bounds.
You can't always get the same point, and you can't always get every point, so that was definitely a good point for the Rams.
Liberta, there's Schlup. Manchego. There is Oat, and that is Wharton hitting that one over. That's Menegatti. Manchego. Over to Shriver. Shriver hitting that one way out of bounds in the back. Here's Liberta. Menegatti. Manchego. To Hanneberg. Called that one out of bounds. Here's Liberta. Hogan. It's Manchego. To Shriver. There's number 11 to Allen. Timeout called.
Well, the scoreboard says 15-9 with Cyclones in the lead in the third set. 2 fouls were called on the Cyclone side, so that's kind of a bummer for us. I just want to say thank you to our supporters, D&L Garage, Pueblo Electric, and Cat Support House. What we do would not be possible without you, so thank you very much for all your support throughout these years, and thank you for being part of the Pueblo Cyclone.
And here's Liberta with her serve. It's Menegatti. Manchego to Shriver. Liberta trying to get the dig there.
Garcia is with the serve, so we haven't really seen her play much this game. She really hasn't played. You're giving me this nod.
No. I'm nodding at you like, yeah, I'm agreeing with you because, yeah.
Oh, I was like, what?
No, you're good.
Yeah, no, we really haven't seen her play much this game, which is odd because we usually see her play all the time. So, reason why that, I don't know. Maybe she's playing a lot next game. I'm not sure. But here's her serve.
Who knows? But here's Garcia to Wharton. And point Rams. Allen. Allen with her serve. That's Menegatti. Manchego with a block there. That's Garcia setting up Wharton. Another block there. Manchego lobbing that one over, and a great point by Manchego there. Here's Manchego. Number 11 to Garcia, to Wharton. Hannenberg. Rumpf hitting that one over. And couldn't convert there.
That was a very well played point, and that was a very good save. That point will go to Pueblo West Cyclones.
Here's Manchego with another serve. There's number 2. And West couldn't convert there. Number 2 being Keaton. Timeout called.
Well, we are 2010. Cyclones in the lead. So, Rams have prepared for regionals by the same practices. They practice very hard. They practice all week, put in the most effort, and try to practice and prepare for their hardest competitors. And the coach, she said, it's hard to practice for competitors that you haven't played before. So to be able to practice their hardest during the week is the best way to prepare for regionals.
Of course, thank you, Michaela.
You're welcome.
And Manchego will get another serve here. There's Castro. Garcia to Wharton. That's Hogan. Hogan kind of mishitting that one. Tried to pop it up in the air to help her team out, but instead went towards the net. Battenberg will be checking in for Heaton. Garcia will be serving. Manchego to Rumpf. To Hannenberg. To Wharton. To Garcia. Back to Wharton. That's Menegatti, Manchego. To Rumpf. Rumpf with a kill there. Hannenberger will be checking in for Sherman. And Courtney Medeiros will be checking in for Sherman. Don't see much of Courtney nowadays.
Yeah, this is her first time playing this game, and it sucks because she's a very good player, and I don't know why she doesn't play as much. I'm at loss of words for it, as you could tell.
Kind of am as well, especially since she's a senior. So it's a little weird.
Yeah, she's played previous years, so reason behind that, I don't know. Maybe she had an injury that nobody knows about. Who knows?
Maybe. There's Garcia. It's Battenberg. It's Manchego. So Rumpf back to Manchego. Manchego hitting that one out of bounds. And here is Wharton. And Liberta will be checking in for Castro. her serve. Menegatti to Rumpf. And Hogan couldn't quite convert there. Not enough communication with the team. There's Wharton. Wharton with her serve. Hogan to Manchego to Menegatti. And, taking that ball. Ouch.
For a second there, I thought she got hit with the ball, and that's why she fell. Oh, I guess that was. Just kidding.
No, she did. She got smacked with the ball.
My hand and mic was kind of in the way, so I couldn't see if the ball actually hit her, if she just fell to try and go save it.
But here's Menegatti with her serve. It'll be match point here. Could Menegatti take it home here? There's Oat to Garcia to Battenberg. And that'll be too many hits. And thank you for joining us. Of course, I'm Nolan Simmons.
With Michaela Thomas.
And we hope to see you back here at 2 o'clock for Pueblo West Cyclones versus Air Academy.
Yes, thank you very much.